Hello everyone, Ragnarok here, and welcome to my bacon farming guide. I wanted to make this guide because someone requested it, and also, with the addition of Ghost Town, we actually did get a bacon method, and this is what the video will be about. So if you do not know the method, feel free to keep watching. I also wanted to mention at the end of the video, I'll be going over hero loadouts and weapon loadouts when farming, and I wanted to clarify an issue right now on an issue that I did in my previous video, the herb farming guide, and all my other guides when talking about double loot. So just a clarification, I actually didn't know how double loot functioned correctly. My bad for misdirecting people and creating that little misinformation. But the way double loot actually functions, if you do not know, so what I'm referring to is if we go to our heroes here real quick, if I go over to our Recon Scout and Pathfinder, they of course have the double loot chance. Let me just switch to them real quick. So with Recon Scout in my support squad bonus here, and we get the extra 6% chance from loot find, we have the maximum 18% chance, as you can see from our hero loadout stats here. So, I wanted to clarify how double loot chance works, because some people got it wrong, and I definitely did in my last video regarding the herb farming guide, because I tried to use it on the Hay statue, and that's not how it works. So, the way double loot functions specifically only relates to when you search an item. When you search an item, they have a defined loot table. So for this example, let's use just a regular bush, because most people farm herbs and know what I'm talking about. So let's use a bush and say that the bush could give us a resin, a flower, and a herb. So normally when you would loot the bush, you would either get the flower, the resin, or the herb. And on top of that, when the double loot triggers, so 18% of the time, it would actually pass through a second time. So in reality, the way this works is it doesn't actually double what you pick up. It has a chance to rerun through that loot table twice, which is important to keep in mind, because when you're looting something that can only drop one thing, it will always land on that one thing. So now that clarification is done, and I hope I said it clear enough. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments and I'll answer. Let's get on with the bacon guide. Okay, now, bacon was somewhat difficult to get. If you could remember, in the past, most people would probably go to cities and go around to restaurants. I know Thunderroot had a pretty good, a few bacon spawns on some of their restaurants in outer areas. But now that Ghost Town has been added, it offers quite some nice spawns that will allow us to get large quantities of materials in one area. Very similar to how I demonstrated in my herb guide with the hay maze, it offers you to break an item for a large quantity of materials. Okay, before I continue with this guide, I do want to actually commend Epic on their thoughtfulness with the Canny Valley tiles that they created. They added a lot of very nice locations, which just basically added more opportunities for farming items that we needed. So if you remember back when Act 1 was added, we got the rubber ducks and we got the extra loot chests, the super stashes. Now we got also in Thunderroot 99, we get the truck. If you don't know what this is, there's a truck that spawns on the highway that has most of the daily destructibles in it, which is also a very nice addition. Now with Ghost Town, we got the herbs in the maze, and we got the bacon. Also, if you don't know, there are floating chests also in Ghost Town that you can shoot down. So yeah, as you can imagine, definitely commending Epic on just being very creative, going out there with their things. So, for the purposes of this video, we need a Ghost Town tile, as I mentioned, so I'm going to use this Ghost Town Repair the Shelter. If you've seen most of my farming guides, you would know that you just want to pick a mission that allows you to get to a place without being interrupted by many enemies. Just try to stay away from missions like Evacuate the Shelter that actually force you to go do things beforehand. So let's jump into this Repair the Shelter. Remember to go to private so you're not interrupting anyone on public matches, and jump right into it. Okay, now that Ray is finished talking, I can get into talking about how to find it, and we're actually really lucky because the thing that we're looking for is right over there. But I'm going to go through the process of just showing everyone how you do it. So as soon as you start, just build a quick wooden ramp going straight up so you get a nice aerial view of the area. It's just as simple as that. You just look around, and as you can see, there's actually another, it's kind of hard to see, but there's another field over there, but it doesn't have any, what we're looking for are the corn stalks. So as you see down here, they are like the stalky plants. So if you look over there, we actually don't have anything over there, but you're looking for just that kind of texture, the wavy planters, the farms, basically. I don't really know how to explain what it looks like, but you know what? You can see it right here, so look for that. You can get anywhere from 1 to 2 spawn at each map. So when you're finished one, it's up to you. As I said, even with the farming guide, the herb farming guide, I said the same thing. When you're finished, it's up to you if you want to keep going around or just leave for efficiency. It's all up to personal experience, personal preference. If you're lucky, of course, naturally things will go a lot faster. So you just go over to these and you open them up and you get bacon. You get quite large amounts of bacon. Each field will give you about anywhere from 10 to 20. So if I just count them, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let me deal with these guys. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So that one field here, we got 11. If I got them all, I think it was. Yeah, so we got 11 from all of that. And we're lucky because this is actually the larger farm, so we actually get 2 fields. So we can actually open even more. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So as you see, just opening up the map, just straight away we got this double plot of land. We got 21 bacon. So as you can imagine, pretty useful. Seems this guide is actually really short. I just wanted to go over just everything that I possibly can. So let me just go over real quick the possible things that you can make. I'll be using the wiki entry for this. So this is what it says for bacon. The official wiki says that bacon is a crafting material that can be found anywhere, usually found in rusty tin cans hidden behind rock clusters or behind large objects in houses such as couches. So it's used in energy cells, it's used as ceiling gas traps, healing pads, and defender posts. So as you can imagine, they're quite useful because gas traps are, of course, the most useful ceiling trap in the game currently. Energy cells are always... they're not really hard to make. You get 100 per craft now. Definitely better than in the past, but you still need them for energy cells. So if you like energy weapons, now you have a way to get a reliable source of energy ammo. So you don't have to worry about spraying and praying with some of those energy LMGs that have been added into the game. Next up, we have, of course, the defender posts. Defender posts are, of course, extremely useful for 4x missions. If you do not put your defender post down in 4x missions, then what are you doing? Defender posts make 4x missions considerably easier, especially if you're like me and you often do category 4s and ride the lightning in order to get the most amount of sorry, not ride the lightning, deliver the bomb. If you do category 3 and category 4 4x's, of course, they give you the most amount of XP possible, so they are quite challenging, and defender posts just ease that journey. But that'll be it for this guide, so let me just back out of here, and I just wanted to go add hero loadouts and weapon loadouts, and then we'll be finished. So just a quick disclaimer, overall these are just small subtleties I wanted to go over. Overall they don't save you that much time, however I just wanted to mention them anyway, just so you all know that I'm not overlooking them. They do exist, and they do save you some seconds that you would otherwise be spending doing something else. Because, you know, we all have lives, and every second counts, am I right? So what did I want to talk about? Of course I wanted to talk about hero loadout and weapon loadout. So what am I talking about? Most of my guides, I recommend that you bring Pathfinder and Recon Scout for the double loot chance, but it's always smart to keep in mind which method you're doing, and of course, what you actually need. So for example, bacon just there, I don't actually need loot find, as I clarified earlier, so I could actually bring along someone like Rook, or someone like a ninja. So, bringing along a character like an Outlander or a ninja, as I just said, of course, Outlanders give you the phase shift skill, so it allows you to cross the map quicker and just get to the plots of land quicker, or whatever you need to get to. Even when you're farming tier 5 chests, or tier 6 chests, I always recommend an Outlander, just because it allows you to phase shift and, of course, antimatter punch your way through objects that would otherwise be in your way and super annoying. Ninjas aren't as useful, but you can still bring them. Their double jump does give them quite a lot of speed, and it also allows you to go up into the air and get an aerial view and then just jump down to where you need to go, which is overall it doesn't save you that much more time, but I know some people that prefer running with ninjas. I prefer Outlanders like most people, but they exist. If you had Daya in the last event, Daya is also one of the ninjas that give you the most amount of speed, so that's what most people have been running. Now for weapons, I wanted to go over weapons. This isn't that useful, however, as I said, these are just small subtleties. Running movement speed on your melee weapon. It's always smart to level up a melee weapon that has, well, you don't even have to level it up. You could be like me and just have this level 25 stop axe, that's a meme. But stop axe doesn't actually give you a movement speed perk, so I couldn't actually do that. But if you just pick any weapon, you don't even have to level it up, as I said, just get a level 5 perk. And give it a movement speed and you're good. I actually don't have a legendary movement speed perk because I'm a pleb, but if you wanted to save that extra time, you would go into your melee weapon and you would max out your movement speed perk. It would give you 15% extra movement speed, which won't save you that much time, but it is, you know, it adds up. So that was my bacon farming guide. Thank you all for watching. If there's any other requests that you'd like to make, just add it in the comments and I'll definitely consider everything. I do read the comments, even if I don't respond to all of them, so do keep that in mind. I thank you all for the support. I'm at 92 subscribers right now, which makes me very happy. Or was it 91? Anyway, more subscribers than I've ever had before, so I thank you all for the support. Don't forget to share this video if you think it was useful. If you had any criticisms or anything, we should leave it in the comments, and I'll see you all next time. Ragnarok, over and out.